I literally cannot believe the justice system right now, which is really f***ed up because I was hoping to become a law enforcement officer, but now I don't want to. I'll spend my 19th or 20th birthday behind bars.
This is the moment a 19-year-old beauty pageant contestant realizes she's not walking a runway. She's walking straight into prison.
I wouldn't do this on a whim. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm a pageant girl. I don't do things like this.
She and her boyfriend, Nathan Ortiz, had just killed 31-year-old Matthew Collins, and the reason she is about to give is downright bizarre.
I'm pregnant, and it's a very serious, I'm very hormonal and emotional, so I don't know what to do, and I ended up pulling the trigger.
Her audacity in using pregnancy as a justification for murder is truly shocking. But that's not all. At every turn, she reveals just how ignorant and heartless she truly is.
I didn't know what to do. I genuinely just sat there freaking out.
Do you think you did something wrong here?
Messing with the car, yes.
After killing a man and burying his body, she oddly turns her focus to the car, as if that's the real tragedy. The detectives were about to endure one of the most immature interrogations ever, and buried beneath it all was a jaw-dropping truth wrapped in pure arrogance. It all began on the evening of October 13th, 2017, when Matthew's girlfriend, Francesca, filed a missing person report. 5 days into the investigation, police found Francesca's car abandoned on a dead-end road just outside Fort Myers. What they discovered inside changed everything. Bloodstains, a bullet hole in the windshield, stripped electronics, and Matthew's phone were all found in the vehicle. And the missing person case turned into a full-blown homicide. GPS data from Matthew's phone led the officers straight to the home of Nathan Ortiz and Aria Armstead, who lived together with Nathan's mother in Lehigh Acres, Florida. With the evidence pointing squarely at them, both Nathan and Aria were brought in for questioning. This video focuses on the interrogation of Aria Armstead, the arrogant and shockingly clueless teenager at the center of this disturbing case.
We're just going to talk to you about some things, see what you know, what you can help us with, or you can lead us down our investigation, okay? All right, how long have you and Nathan been together?
Collectively, 3 years, dating-wise, coming on 2.
Okay, all right. And you said y'all reside together?
Yes.
All right, and school-wise, how far in school have you gone?
I was about to graduate. I literally had 4 more Fridays left, and I would have graduated. But I had an altercation with my mom. Things went south, and I kind of just was like, my mom. So it's kind of what happened.
Aria once had a promising future ahead of her. She had competed in multiple beauty pageants and was truly in the prime of her life. But everything began to unravel the moment she crossed paths with 21-year-old Nathan, who quickly became a controlling influence, even discouraging her from attending school. Through him, she met Matthew, who was last seen on October 12th. And it seems like Aria has no problem admitting to the fact that she had met him on that fateful day. But the detectives are about to set their first trap, and Aria, who seems very much comfortable, is about to walk right into it.
What time do you think he came by and picked you up?
It was during the day, so I'd say probably high noon.
Okay. Did y'all hang out with him for the night?
No.
What'd y'all do with him?
Just drove around, that's it.
Do you have any other places y'all visited?
We go by 31 a lot because it's just there. Babcock, or he just picks us up to go just talk and hang out, just to get out of the house, so.
Yeah. Cool. And how does he just stop by too, or does he usually call him?
Occasionally, I don't know if he told me or not, but sometimes he pops out, sometimes it's just, like, hey, I'm coming over, so.
Okay. And so did he just stop by, or?
He stopped by.
Okay. So where'd y'all go from there?
Down to Babcock, came around, and that was pretty much it. He was kind of acting a little shady.
What do you mean by that?
He does blues, which are like little small, I don't know what they're called, but that's how he refers to them. He took a couple. He used like a straw to like crush him, and then he just kind of just snorted him, I guess. I'm in the backseat all the time, so I don't know. I can't really see anybody. You just, you know, when people just get really uncomfortable, like you can tell when people are just like, hi. I try to remove myself from the situation, but I was there, so it's kind of just a day-by-day thing. I do have the craving, but I don't want to, so I just or do the rubber band method and just keep them just a bit.
I always wear those.
That, and I have a lot of hair, and I break hair ties left and right, so it's a lot of mess.
I have a lot of hair too.
It's
I
love the jokes here. I love
Listen,
them.
this is how I do. This is how I do my job. Ask him. I'm constant joking around.
Right. I like that though.
It's, makes the day go by faster.
It does.
Keeps me on track too.
Keeps people on their toes too.
Always. You never
Get people. You got to do this one.
Yep.
I got you.
Exactly.
Can't look at it. Ooh, I saw that, but I didn't. I like that. Gotta watch
It's old
it.
school right there.
This is like two of a kind right here. This is weird right now.
It's a little bit of deja
Y'all are
vu.
freaking me out.
Just sit over there and write your notes.
Oh, stop. Wish I had a bed.
It'll be fun. Just go take a nap. I love naps.
I wish. I've taken 3 standing up today.
The detectives are keeping things calm, almost turning the serious interrogation into casual chit-chat, just to match Aria's teenage attitude. But they know there's more to the story. Aria says she's clean now, but that's not true. She says she is pregnant, but was still using drugs. And both her boyfriend Nathan and their friend Matthew were also involved with narcotics. In reality, there's much more going on, and it's about to come to light.
So you said this kid does some blues and stuff?
I don't approve it. It's not. It's just really shady.
Yeah.
Just like people just change, and like the little things just, and then it's just a.
Did anything happen that night? That
Well, he sits there and he likes this song called "Perfect Pain," and there's a chorus of it that says like everyone's a blood, so they're hemorrhaging. I don't know what that means. I do not affiliate with gangs at all, but he you like go monotone throughout the song, but when this one line comes up, he puts a lot of emphasis into that line. So it happened a few times, and it just got like to the point where I was just like, why are you doing this? Like, what's the point? And then conversation broke out, and he's like, Matt was like, oh yeah, I gang, whatever. And I was like, that's great. You do blues and you gang. I'm in your car. It's awesome. And he asked Nate, he's like, yo, do you do that? Or, you're a gamer? He's like, no. Nate was like, I don't know. I told him, there's none of that. No, I don't want to be in, I don't want to have to, I don't want him in that situation. I really don't. And it got to the point where, like, they got really, really, like, he got really angry with the answer that he gave him. And I don't know if it was the blues or just how he is, but he got really mad, and, a fight broke out between the two. So as he's driving, he is speeding at this moment. Things did happen, and we got out safely.
what happened?
I came out, and he pulled a gun out in the bar ride. He said, F you. I'm going to take your girlfriend. Well, he didn't call me his girlfriend. And there was, I looked over, because I'm freaking out in the back seat. I don't know what's going on. I see it's here. Nate's here. At cocks the gun says, you. Sorry, I didn't even say that.
No, you're fine. Just tell me what happened.
Okay. Nate said, he said, you. Nate was, like a ninja move. I'm gonna refer to this like that. So he holds him, grabs him, punches him, retaliates, punches him back, messes up Nate's contacts. Nate can't see. The gun is now in the back seat. I'm freaking out because my boyfriend's getting attacked, and I don't know what to do in this situation. So I'm pregnant, and it's a very serious. I'm very hormonal and emotional, so I don't know what to do, and I ended up pulling the trigger.
Okay. What happened?
Died.
That last clip had so much going on, and it's hard to even know where to begin. First off, Aria's calmness while recounting everything is unreal. Then she casually drops, "We got out safely," as if she's the real victim here, confident this whole scenario could somehow pass as self-defense. On top of that, she keeps bringing up her pregnancy, as if it somehow justifies what happened. It seems like she's trying to split the blame between Matthew and her pregnant state. But one thing's for sure, this is just the beginning. Things are about to spiral even further.
So what happened from there?
I freaked out. I asked Nate if he could drive us back home. We drove home, and we kind of he went inside, he was freaking out, I freaked out, I cried. I was panicking, I'm pregnant, I don't know what to do. I honestly really didn't know how to feel about the situation, so the best thing I could do was dig a hole. I asked Nate if he could move in with me, and now he's in a hole. That's it. Again, it was an unfortunate situation. I really didn't know what to do. Like I said, I'm not about to be 20. I'm pregnant, I don't have life insurance or health care or anything like that, so I can't really go and get checked or anything. So, but the situation did happen. I really wish it really didn't happen like that, because besides the blues, he's a really nice person. He's just when he's on blues, he's a totally different person. When you smoke, you're a different person. He does that too. So like, I don't really don't know how to describe it. All I feel is regret towards the situation, because I'm Christian. I don't believe in violence, but my life and my boyfriend's life was in danger. And I had the thought of rolling outside the window and just hurling myself out, but I have a baby in me.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, the only thing I really could do was that. So unfortunately it did happen, and I take everything back on that.
Okay.
And what happened.
Listen, okay. I want you to understand this.
Okay.
I know this guy's an asshole. You know how I know that? I've talked to a bunch of people that deal with him.
Okay.
He's an asshole. Okay. So I get that.
Okay.
And I'm sure the drugs didn't make it any better.
No, it really didn't. But around me, he's like, you ever met someone that gets around another female and just, can't control it? Knowing the fact that my boyfriend's right next to him. But he'd like make these little snooty remarks or just whatever. And there's like, he'd wink at me or whatever. And I'd feel uncomfortable about it, because I do have a boyfriend. I've been in situations not similar to this, but like I've been harassed before, and I don't take it lightly. So, and it just really like, it irked me to the point where it just really bothered me, got underneath my skin. And unfortunately this situation did happen, and I completely regret everything that happened.
I understand.
Getting in the car was probably the biggest mistake.
It's clear she's fishing for sympathy, with pregnancy topping the list. But the detectives are 2 steps ahead and reading her like a book. They match her tone, even call Matthew a jerk. And just like that, Aria starts to feel important. And now she thinks she's in control. The answers are about to spill.
I mean, there were signs. He got very paranoid when he pulled up. I guess he did more prior to us meeting us, but in all honesty, like, it was a very serious, like, I shit my pants situation. Like, I literally cried, and I didn't sleep. I was freaking out. Like, every 5 seconds, I was like, I can't take this off my conscience. And I really didn't know what to do. So the only thing that really happened was I buried him, and I prayed, I freaked out, I cried, didn't eat for like 2 days, and I was just like on edge. I had no hate towards the guy or anything. It's just, I'm pregnant and I'm 19 years old.
You're like,
I just didn't want to hide it anymore. Like, I don't want to hide it.
And you know what?
Like,
That's because good, honest people that, you can't. You just can't. It's not
I
in
cry
your
if
blood.
I kill a bug. I can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this on a whim. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm a pageant girl. I don't do things like this.
And I appreciate you being honest, but there was pieces of your story that I know isn't exactly accurate. Like the part with him and what happened in the car, like I want to go over again.
Okay.
But it's more about the part what happened after.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about
Yes,
now?
I
Because
got
so
you.
do we. And the last thing I want to do is sit here and call you a liar, because you're not. You are not. I'm telling you. I am telling you face to face. I've been doing this 13 years. He's got 15 plus years in the military. We are telling you, you are not a liar.
Thank you.
Okay? I'm looking you in the eyes. All right? Something bad happened, and now it's our job to figure out if what happened was bad enough to, be justified, or what happened is bad enough to, oh my God, what were you thinking? But okay, maybe she had a reason to do. You know what I'm saying? That's our job now. But you're getting it off your chest.
Yeah.
And when you're getting it off your chest and you're letting us know things, you got to let us know everything and
Correct.
every little detail, because we need to make sure that you're telling us the truth. Because I can tell you for a fact, the story, this is pretty accurate right here. Okay. You obviously know that we were out there today.
Yes.
We've been out there all day. You've probably heard from Nate's mom about the search warrant and, whatever. Okay. But what she doesn't know and what you're leaving out is what happened with the car afterwards and what you guys did to the car and like stuff like that. Okay. So that's what I want you to be honest with.
That's good. He went from like a cool, relaxed state like we are now to a aggressive, like really amped up, and then he was like, I genuinely was scared. I genuinely was. And then he came out and he like, I heard a gun cock and he said, "F you." And then that's when he like grabbed his arm, punched him, the gun fell to
You
the ground.
guys were in the car when this happened?
Yes.
Do you remember where you were at?
We were on our way back home.
Okay. Were you all still driving down the road at this point?
Yes. And he was speeding the whole way through. So that's when two things popped in my head. I thought either we're gonna crash, something's going to happen, this is going to escalate, and something bad's going to happen. My boyfriend is literally sitting here trapped in this car with this guy who's completely batshit crazy right now. My main option was either I was going to roll down the window and scream help, or I was going to just open the car door and roll out and just, hope that he did the same. But obviously that didn't happen. The gun was cocked and he was pointing it at me. And like I saw it and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, stop, you can't do that. Like I'm trying to de-escalate the situation, trying to get him to just calm down. And then like all I saw was Nate just slap out of his hand. And I was like, holy shit. And in that split second, I just went like that and that was it. His foot was still on my gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know what Nate did. I only know is he climbed in the front. He climbed over him and drove us back home. Oh my God, a million things popped in my head. I was like, what am I going to do? How do I do? Like, what do I do? I really don't know what to do. I started praying. I was crying. I was cursing. I was like, dude, I just did this. This is a serious situation. Like, I could go to jail for this. And I was just like, oh my God. And then I just grabbed a shovel and went out right over here and started just digging a hole. And I was like, I don't know what to do with the situation. That's what happened. And I buried him and put some trees over him. I prayed over him. I prayed probably for like 3 to 4 hours straight, and I didn't go to sleep for 2 nights because I didn't know what to do.
The only thing she could do was dig a hole to bury him. Miss Congeniality by then had picked up a gun, shot a man dead, all during her pregnancy. Then started digging a hole, buried the victim, prayed for hours, and still couldn't call 911. At this point, it's hard to believe she ever truly had a bright future ahead. But an even more disturbing fact is that she hasn't been telling the full truth. Aria and Nathan didn't just dig one grave. They tried multiple spots. They even attempted to cremate Matthew's body, but couldn't handle the smell. So they buried him all over again. And now she needs a get-out-of-jail card just because she prayed. And of course, for the 100th time, pregnant.
Like, what were you going to do eventually? Like, were you just gonna let it go and see if
I wasn't gonna let it go.
Or
No, I really desperately wanted. I just wanted to say something.
Mm-hmm.
But like, being that if it was like, hey, I slashed someone's tire, that's not as deep as taking someone's life. Taking someone's life is a huge thing.
Right.
And the weight was on my shoulders, and I really wanted to say something. I really did, but I didn't know how. I didn't know what to do in the situation. Thoughts did come in my mind, and I literally sat there. I was like, okay, today I wanted to. I really did, but it's not something I can just go to my mom and be like, hey mom, so I got in this situation, but I don't want to worry her like that.
Why didn't you all call 911?
See, we didn't know what to do. We really didn't know what to do. Like,
But
I was
in
saying,
hindsight, where do you think the problem lies right now?
the fact that we didn't come in sooner and say
Right.
something.
And the fact that you guys tried to sit here and destroy things in this man's car, and the fact that I can't find a gun and a little kid might pick it up and end up hurting himself right now. All that, like, do you think about the fact that, like, do you think you should have called 911?
At the time, yes, we should have. We should have called 911. That would have been the mature, right thing to do.
Did you have a phone too?
No, not at the time.
You had a phone, but it wasn't connected.
No, my phone's broken.
Okay. He had a phone.
Yes.
Are you sorry for everything that happened?
There's like no words to describe. Like, I never wanted to. I genuinely have tried to just ask for forgiveness every day after this. I don't understand. It was a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot to have on somebody. It's not something I ever do. But my life was in danger. My baby's life was in danger. My boyfriend's life was in danger. And I genuinely didn't know what to do. I sat there, I cried, I prayed, I tried to forget. That obviously didn't work. I had like moments where like it played out in my head. I'd close my eyes and I would literally look at him covered in sand, and I couldn't. We tried going for a walk and I couldn't go anywhere. As soon as I like stepped outside, even to walk the dogs go outside,
right.
I'd sit there and just shake because I didn't know what to do. I genuinely just sat there freaking out.
Do you think you did something wrong here?
Messing with the car, yes.
Do you think you should be punished for something like this?
If it comes down to it, yeah. Because this is a serious thing. So, if it happens, it does happen. I will take all consequences that come to me.
After killing a man, half cremating him, burying the body, and hiding out for nearly a week, Aria truly believes that the real mistake she made was messing with the car. If that doesn't scream ignorance, nothing does. But now we're about to reveal a jaw-dropping twist. Throughout the interrogation, Aria keeps bringing up her pregnancy, using it as a way to justify her actions and gain sympathy. But when detectives run a check, they discover she isn't pregnant at all. This is the level of cruelty Aria Armstead operates on. And just when you think she couldn't be any more heartless and detached from reality, her guilt-free attitude keeps sinking to darker and darker depths.
The situation happened. I didn't do it out of spite,
Right.
but you know.
Did you do it for gain?
No, I have nothing to gain from this.
Was it your plan to rob him, or
No.
was there some sort of well, you kind of hinted at it before, but we know Matt to be kind of like a womanizer. He's like on Plenty of Fish and stuff. Was there ever like a relationship with you guys prior that
No.
anything
No.
like that?
Mm-mm.
No, I'm gonna ask you this question because earlier you told me that y'all don't do drugs or you won't let him do drugs or anything. Why is there a bomb in his room?
Smoking weed. I do get the urge occasionally.
Is that why you guys covered the vent up?
Yeah.
I knew we were missing something.
I
here,
do. I don't. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
but I'm sure in this incident
This
has probably made
situation,
it worse.
everything's worse. I started smoking cigarettes again. Something I look down upon. But yeah, we did start smoking weed. So.
What seemed like a lighthearted wrap-up to her conversation took a sharp turn. Behind the scenes, detectives had already uncovered that Aria and Nathan were still actively using drugs. And with all the lies Aria spilled during the interview, the theory that Matthew was killed over a drug-related issue suddenly became a lot more likely. And this is how and when she finally finds out she's going to prison. Aria sits down for her final performance, doing whatever she can to grab one last bit of sympathy.
Trust the police, they said. They'll have your back, they said. No, you chose a scumbag over two teenagers who literally feared for their lives. I can't. I literally cannot believe the justice system right now, which is really fucked up because I was hoping to become a law enforcement officer, but now I don't want to. I spent my 19th or 20th birthday behind bars. Should have stayed in school. I went to college. Because the people I've met in the past 7 months, and bad news all over. Fun fact is, we didn't do anything wrong. We freaked out. Our lives were in danger. We should have called right then and there, because, that would have been better, but I'm not an officer, but if my boyfriend has a gun in his face, and it falls in the back seat, you're taught to neutralize the dark. Don't sit here and bribe me with food and tell me that you believe me when you don't. Don't tell me that I would never intentionally kill someone. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a psychopath. I'm a pregnant 19-year-old female whose life was in danger.
As for Nathan, he was also interviewed, and the detectives got the exact same answer from him as well. After all, they almost had a week to rehearse. But the lies and the evidence they had with them was enough to bring in a closure. But do you think it was just self-defense, or was there a darker motive behind the murder? As for how it ends, Nathan Ortiz pleaded guilty and agreed to help investigators by locating the murder weapon and testifying against Aria if the case went to trial. As a result, he was sentenced to 42 months in prison and was released in October 2020. Aria Armstead, on the other hand, pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. For her role in the crime, she received a sentence of 40 years in prison.